Jeff from 2X Garage. Well, I'm at Mike's shop, 150 Speed Shop in Leroy, and he's been extremely busy working on Project Double Secret Probation. We're still not going to announce what this is for. We have dropped a couple Easter eggs on that, and if you look closely, there might be one in this video. But that being said, I wanted to provide an update of actually where we're at with this. And if you look at it, it looks a whole lot different than the last time you saw it when we tore it down and cleaned it. Mike has been extremely busy working on this. If you see, the pistons are installed, it's got a cam stabbed in it. Everything's about ready to go for the top end build on this. But I wanted to kind of provide an update on this of what he actually used on this. This is a factory crank. These are factory rods and pistons. Everything checked out fine with it. It was cleaned. This thing was professionally honed, hot tanked, all that fun jazz. So what did he use in this? Well, he ended up using sealed power piston rings. LS7 lifters are going in this. They're factory GM parts. Mahle main bearings in this, which is a very, very good brand. Sealed power rod bearings, another really good brand. And Dura-Bond cam bearings, which at this time in the world with everything on supply chain shortages, we did have a little bit of trouble finding those, but Mike and I put our heads together and we're able to find them. The heads on this are actually over there getting rebuilt. Mike is using a BTR trunnion upgrade kit in this, which if you ever do your homework on these LSs, that's a very important step, especially for these engines that like to rev. It's really more or less about safety with your valve train. And, oh, hey, look, it's got a brand new timing chain on this too. That one is provided by Cloy's. At the end of this video, I'm going to throw in the cam card on this, but this is the Texas Speed Stage 2 low lift cam. It's a 550 lift cam. It works with the factory valve train, and it provides a lot of torque, a lot of mid-range power. It's a very good choice for this application. So with that, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you time lapse when I wasn't here, because I've been busy working on other things. John's been busy. Mike has been really, really busy. I'm going to show some time-lapse footage of him putting this thing together. At the end of this, we're going to talk about somewhat of our next steps. But mind you, we're still not telling you what this engine's for, so you're going to have to stay tuned. See ya. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that time-lapse footage of Mike really doing a really good job putting this engine together. Like I said, he's a busy guy, I'm a busy guy, we're all really busy. Time is money and money is time. So he went ahead and filmed it, which I really appreciate. John had stopped by and got some really good glamour shots with that fancy cinematography. So what's next with this thing? Well, if all our parts come in, well, speaking of parts, I forgot to tell you that we are using a GM high performance valve spring for this that's provided by Texas Speed. That's going to be a really good combination with that Texas Speed cam and these factory 706 heads and the valve train that it's got in it. So the next step is if all the parts come in, we're going to put this thing together, and who knows, the next video you might actually see this on a run stand. And of course that's always fun because you can hear it make a whole lot of noise. Speaking of noise, what are we going to run for exhaust on this? Well, these are a high-performance cast from Summit, almost like a header manifold. They are cast very thick. If you see here, it is somewhat of that header design. The neat part about it is it does have the ball flange. What's nice about that is when you're installing your exhaust, and if you have to angle it or move it a certain way, you can. It's also got an O2 sensor bung built in. That's very important, seeing this is fuel injected, and well, you know what? We need to know our air-fuel ratios and how everything's working. So yeah, these are going to look really nice on it. They're going to perform well, and they're going to last. So I'm going to call it a wrap on this, but the next video you're going to see is this thing going back together and hopefully making a whole lot of noise, because 2 Hex Garage, we really enjoy making a lot of noise. With that, we'll see you tomorrow.